Good evening and welcome to tonight's TESPN presentation of the first round of the VISAA State Tournament for girls basketball. We are here at Dale Travis Court inside the Estes Athletic Center. I am Rick Hamlin, joined by Tucker Tedderton, class of 2025. Tucker, state tournament time. How excited are you?
I'm very excited. It couldn't be any better. First round of the playoffs, and you get to play a crosstown rival. They've played each other all year. Trinity's up 2-0 in the series, but I mean, one of the oldest, or one of the sayings you hear the most from coaches in the high school level, it's tough to beat a team 2 times, dare I even say 3 times in a row. So, St. Gertrude shouldn't be taken lightly. It doesn't matter that the Titans have beaten them twice in the regular season, playoffs. It's a lot of, different environment. It's going to be a different story today.
Well, and you mentioned those first 2 games. I mean, the game here in late January, Trinity won by 2 in double overtime. I think the Gators of St. Gertrude had a couple of chances to win that one. Really could have gone either way. Then when they played again over at the Abbey, Titans did end up winning by 12, but I watched a lot of that game, and it was closer than the final score indicated. I think it was about a 2 or 3 point game with about 5 minutes left, and Trinity did a nice job to pull away late, but it was certainly a competitive game for sure. And Gators come in as the 9th seed, 15 and 12, and they're led by Ava Fulkerson. She is all LIS player, 804 All-Star, and I believe she's been all LIS for 3 years. She has been a 4-year starter, and I think earlier in her career, St. Gertrude in the COVID year, I think they won the state tournament. It was a reduced field, but Ava's had a fantastic high school career for the Gators. And then the Titans, you see the pretty much same starting lineup we've seen all year with the 2 sophomore stars, all LIS players, Adina Swilliman and Sutton Eldridge, and then junior point guard Francis Fiske, and then the 2 seniors, Farrah Berry and Alexa Linton. And we are underway, and I want to thank Cooper McCormick for also joining us to help produce, coming straight off the lacrosse field from practice. And Adina with the rebound, but her shot gets blocked. And I believe it was against St. Gertrude, Tucker, that Adina had 31 rebounds in that double overtime win. Now, obviously, a few extra minutes with the overtimes, but I don't think I've ever heard in a basketball game of someone having 30-plus rebounds at any level.
No, definitely not. And Adina, the name of the game for St. Gertrude's is, can we stop Adina on the boards? Can we stop her getting inside? And I think tonight, just as we saw as in the games earlier this year, the double team is going to come. We already see it down. They're going to be playing that zone. They don't want the ball getting inside tonight, and they want the Titans to have to shoot from outside.
They're burying no good. Another rebound for Adina. Another rebound for Adina. And first 2 points of the game as the Titans draw first blood, and you can see just in this first minute how she could have gotten 31 rebounds. I mean, she had 3 in the first minute tonight.
Yeah, she's definitely
on pace for 96 rebounds.
She definitely, she'll play a little bit of Russell Westbrook ball. She'll miss a couple, I think, to pad that rebound stat, and she knows what she's capable of for sure. So.
And that's a turnover there. Good defense by the Titans. Yeah, it's funny you should say that. So back when we had Armando Baycott here at Trinity and I was coaching him, our assistant coach who did the stats, if Mondo missed a layup and got his own rebound, he wouldn't give him a rebound for it. So, the game would end and Mondo would be like, yeah, I had 16 rebounds. Coach said, no, you had 9. What do you mean? I was keeping track in my head. He said, no. If you miss the layup, I don't give it to you. I don't go for that stat padding. But Adina just had her defensive rebound there, and a great pass by Francis. But Alexa Linton missed the layup. I think the Titans caught a break there. It looked to me like that went out of bounds off of Trinity, but the official is going to keep it here. Francis Fiske will fire it in to Sutton Eldridge. She gets her feet straight, but her three is no good, and that's already, I think, 4 3-point attempts by the Titans in the first just slightly over 2 minutes here. And thus far, none of them have found the bottom of the net.
Yeah, if you're St. Gertrude's, you're not worried about those outside shots. As even though the Titans can hit from deep, they definitely have great 3-point shooters. You know, Sutton Eldridge shooting about 31% from the field this year. As the ball goes out of bounds there for the Titans turnover, but obviously higher percentage shot getting inside to Adina or Alexa Linton. So if they're shooting from outside, you'll live with that shot.
Two points. Maddie D'Onofrio, the sophomore for the Gators, gets them on the scoreboard. Good defense there by Ava Fulkerson to get the steal. And one. Ava Fulkerson stole it from Sutton Eldridge, took it the distance, and I think Fulkerson did a nice job there with that jump stop through the contact and finished through the contact. That was a savvy veteran play by the senior, who is headed to Belmont Abbey next year. They're going to get an illegal screen there on Adina Swilliman. Her first, and it's actually the first foul of the game on either team.
Been a scrappy opening. The Titans, the ball's been running all over the court. Possession has been changing. The Titans coming out in this strong press. We've seen it all year. They do a pretty good job of making teams really have to beat them. You know, hoping to see them keep it up through the rest of the game, as, you know, despite press being pretty hard to maintain, they do a pretty good job, and it gets them a good amount of turnovers.
Yeah, they do, and that was a good job there, forcing the turnover and trying to get the momentum back on their side. Steal, though. Alexa Linton got the offensive rebound, but then had her pass intercepted. Fulkerson's pull-up, no good. Rebound was fought for there, and ultimately Lydia Stumpf came up with the rebound and the held ball, so possession arrow will keep it with the Gators. Good hand there by Sutton. Still be, I think, Gertrude ball, though. 18 on the shot clock as we're nearly halfway through quarter number 1. The left-handed shot, no good there by Lexi Gillikin. Caroline Ashoff is checked in the game. A 6-man for the Titans. Long two by Faraberi is good.
Got to be a sigh of relief for the Titans to see that ball go through the net. They've had a lot of open shots. They just haven't hit the open looks. So building that confidence early on, get out of the slump. Good to see.
Yeah, you only wish that Farrell were about 2 inches further back and would have been a three-pointer instead. But you're right. It's kind of been a lid on the hoop for the Titans here early.
There's the press in action again.
Frances Fiske with a great steal, but she went with a left-handed layup and a little too strong. Press paid dividends, but got to convert that layup, and that three-pointer is good by Maddie D'Onofrio. 8-4, St. Gertrude. Francis's pull-up was short, air ball, and Frances Fiske looked over to the bench and said, "My bad." I think maybe she got caught in two minds there, whether to shoot or pass. And now Frances picks up her first foul, fourth team foul on the Titans. St. Gertrude has yet to be called for a foul. Fulkerson goes left, pulls up and hits. 10-4 St. Gertrude, and the Gators really look up for it tonight. They're executing really well, battling for loose balls. This will be the first foul to go against St. Gertrude, though, as Adina Swilliman was fouled by Lexi Gillikin, fighting for that rebound. Gators wanted a backcourt, but I think, well, you can throw it in the backcourt on an inbounds play. They also touched it, so definitely was the right no call there. And it's a shot clock violation, and Farrah Berry as a senior, and as you know, Tucker, I'm sure you have plenty of classes with Farrah. She's a great student, really, really, really smart, but as a senior guard, you got to know the shot clock's winding down.
Yeah, the Titans just seem rattled right now. St. Gertrude's has come out aggressive. They had a game plan. Obviously, they in practice all week they knew that they want to take advantage of the Titans zone. The Titans have played zone all year, and they've done well just being aggressive. If you're going to be aggressive against the zone, you just have to shoot the shot when it's there, and St. Gertrude's is doing it, and the shot is falling. And then the Titans on the other side of the floor on offense, they just seem rattled. Simple mistakes, turnovers, the shot clock mistake, getting turnovers but just not converting. So one quarter in the books, down 9. If I'm Coach Lawton, I'm just telling my team to settle in, relax a little bit. We've hung with this team in the past.
Yeah, I think that's all good analysis. I think a good timeout by Titan coach Adam Lawton to just settle the nerves, remind them, I'm sure, like you said, that this is a game and a team that we've beaten twice. We just got to play our game, and right now I think the Gators have imposed their will a little bit, and in a couple of different ways. I think at the defensive end, they're forcing perimeter shots, and they're, for the most part, have not fallen. And then offensively, St. Gertrude has hit 3 threes and really exploiting those gaps in the Titan zone. Caroline Ashoff for 3, no. Dina rebounds. Good extra pass from Sutton to Francis, but even that didn't fall, and Maddie D'Onofrio hustled to pick up the long rebound.
Great ball movement by St. Gertrude.
Yeah, and a good steal by Adina Swilliman. I mean, that's a foul and one. Frances Fiske is fired up. But I was going to say that reach by Adina down there, she already has one. It was risky, but she got all ball, but got to be really careful. Titans cannot afford to have Adina, of all people, get into foul trouble.
Especially with the role she has. It's one thing for a guard to be in foul trouble, but when Adina, being the tallest player on the court, being such a big part of this team, seeing her go in foul trouble is a problem for the Titans. So she does have to be careful. But
Yeah,
again, great steal, great momentum booster for the Titans.
And yeah, it was absolutely clean. But when she reached in at first, I was a little worried just because also her offensive rebounding is such a huge asset. But at some point, she might get a over the back call. And several games I've done this year, Adina has lived on that edge with 3 or 4 fouls. I've not seen her foul out. She may have at some away games, but she flirts with a little bit of foul trouble from time to time, and it's just a huge game changer if she's not able to go the distance. Good box out there by the Gators. Lydia Stump. Fulkerson tried to finish with the left. No good. Game clock down under 10 now. At the buzzer, Adina gets the shot off, but it is long. And after one quarter, St. Gertrude 13, Trinity Episcopal 7. Great first quarter for the Gators. And, tonight all over the state as the VISAA playoffs kick off, boys and girls, 4 divisions for both boys and girls. So you're talking there's 48 boys independent schools in the state tournament, and girls, I think it's 44 because I think Division 4 it's an 8-team tournament, and 1, 2, and 3 are 12-team tournaments. But just really excited as a basketball fan to get kind of our version of March Madness. We're in late February, but a lot of great matchups tonight. Trinity boys are up at St. Stephen St. Agnes in the first round of the boys tournament. Mason Patrick returning to the court where he scored 45 points earlier this year at the Sleepy Thompson Invitational. And so we'll try and bring you any updates we might get from Alexandria, but I just love this time of year. And of course, the winner of this game will have to make their own trip to Alexandria or Fairfax tomorrow to see Bishop Ireton, the number 1 seed and defending state champions. But I know, talking to some of these girls, that they would love that opportunity just to challenge themselves against one of the better teams in the nation. Ireton with 2 McDonald's All-American nominees. And it would just be a cool way for the Titans to measure their progress. And it's great that Trinity's back in the state tournament on the girls' side for the first time in a few years.
Yeah, playing a team like Ireton is always, well, it's a challenge. It's one of those what ifs. Like, if we go in and somehow get the upset, that's just all the more motivation to go out and play. But I feel like this year, especially both on the girls and boys side, it's not like there's just 2 teams that feel like they're going to be in the state championship. The competition is incredible. If you think about the boys' side, Paul VI, Stab, Blue Ridge, Highland, all these schools that some of them, barely even made the tournament last year, and the leaps and bounds they've made to be one of the contenders now. It's like March Madness, as you said. These games are back to back to back. So it's the best time of year for high school hoops.
100%. And I've served on the boys state committee for, I think, 13 years now, and I think this was the hardest year for D1 in particular to seed teams. I mean, you look at, like, for example, St. Christopher's 22-4, Prep League regular season co-champions, and they're the 7 seed. I mean, that's a team that we've seen a bunch this year, and they're a fantastic team, but there's just so much depth that They're only the 7 seed, and they're playing Catholic tonight, the 10 seed. Catholic's won 14 or 15 in a row. So really, really strong field on both the girls and boys sides this year for sure.
Great pull-up jumper from Sutton Eldridge, cutting the lead to 2. Sutton deadly in the pull-up game. If you're St. Gertrude, you can't let her find her flow in this game, or else she's going to run away with it.
Yeah, Fulkerson tried her own pull-up there. Tried a little bit of anything you can do, I can do, but hers rimmed out, whereas Sutton's went in and three-pointer V. Updike is good. And the Titans have their first lead of the night, and that, in fact, is a 10-0 run since Coach Lonan called the timeout. Good job by Adina Swilliman holding her ground there, and D'Onofrio called for the travel.
Basketball, the game of runs. When the Titans, they've been getting open looks all night. Now those shots are starting to fall, and right away they retake the lead. They start stopping letting St. Gertrude's impose themselves as much on defense, and now the Titans are starting to hit their flow that we've seen from them all year.
That is, first of all, a great pass by Francis Fiske to Adina Swilliman on the assist, and then Francis tied up D'Onofrio, and she took a little bit of an elbow there. No foul call, though, but that was a hard hit that Francis took there. Gators get it across the timeline just in time, and Fulkerson with a much-needed bucket for St. Gertrude.
When these tempers flare, especially in the first round of a state playoff game, it's always exciting, and that's what you get when you have these crosstown rivals playing each other. It's going to make for a very competitive ending down the stretch.
100%. I mean, the girls on these two teams all know each other well, and of course we've already mentioned they battled twice this year, but even going back to middle school, we have a lot of young ladies that would have played against each other in the Catholic League. Products of St. Edward, St. Mary, St. Bridget, St. Michael's, and AAU. I mean, there's even Titan assistant coach Helene Norris. I know coaches some of the St. Gertrude girls on the AAU side of things. So yeah, it's definitely no secret what each team wants to do, what each player wants to do, and it's really just a matter of who can execute. And a lot of times in games like this, cliche, but it comes down to who wants it more. First quarter, that looked like it was going to be St. Gertrude. Second quarter, it's been 10-2 in the Titans' favor, and that press is starting to work. Again, they're just getting it across, and even now, the shot clock's already halfway wound before St. Gertrude can even get into their offense. Sutton Eldridge comes up with a long rebound. The Updike just hit one from
the
there.
Hot hands.
Not that time. Adina with a big-time rebound, and she'll go to the free throw line. First quarter, Tucker, it was the first 4 fouls were on the Titans. This quarter, 4 fouls on St. Gertrude, none on the Titans. And a lot of times it sounds counterintuitive, but the team that's getting called for fouls is the less aggressive team sometimes because they're a step slow, and the team that's drawing the fouls a lot of times to me is the more aggressive team because they're getting to balls first, taking it strong to the basket. And I think that foul statistic encapsulates how the aggressiveness has changed. Another turnover and steal there. Eldridge to the Updike, left-handed layup is good. Titans now on a 17-2 run. And Fulkerson, who's usually really good in the mid-range, came up a little short there.
The aggressiveness from the press has not only worked, but the Titans have avoided foul trouble, and there's another great pass into the paint to get a layup. But there's kind of the first foul the Titans have gotten from the press. But overall, they've done a great job of avoiding simple reach-ins, blocking fouls. etc. And they've been able to keep that pressure without going into foul trouble. In St. Gertrude's, the script has been flipped almost, where they are now almost at the bonus.
Well, those wing entry passes that Francis Fiske has had a couple of them now to Adina, when Adina is able to seal the defender and Francis just puts it in the perfect spot where Adina can catch and go right up with it. I feel like that wing entry pass is a little bit of a lost art at times in the game. And Francis, I think on both the boys and girls side of the Titan basketball family, throws that pass better than anyone. There's a nice ball reversal by Francis Fiske. Be just a little bit off, but you know, V's taken 3 shots from that same wing. 1 went in, and even the 2 misses were awfully close. And now V assists Francis. And this run, Tucker, is up to 22-2 after the 13-4 start by the Gators. Great job there by Adina to move her feet. Maddie D'Onofrio backed it out for a 3, but it's going to be a 2-on-1 break. Francis, Caroline, ooh, layup was a little too strong. But Caroline nearly created a turnover there. Ultimately, though, it is going to be St. Gertrude ball. And Caroline Ashoff checks out after some really quality minutes defensively, causing some havoc. Alexa Linton back into the game.
St. Gertrude's, they're sticking true to their plan on defense. They want to deny the middle, but we said earlier, if the Titans start hitting their open looks from the perimeter, it's going to be dangerous, and those shots are starting to fall. St. Gertrude's might have to make some adjustments. They might have to give up a little bit more inside presence.
That was a nice zone look from the Gators, and I thought they might have gotten away with a little bit of an illegal screen there on the backside to open up for Fulkerson, but doesn't get called, and she nailed the shot as soon as it got to her. That 3-pointer was off by Francis Fiske, and Ava Fulkerson, who hit that last 3. I mean, like I said, I think she's pretty sure she's been a 4-year starter. And I remember her sophomore year, I was so impressed with the St. Gertrude team that came in here. I can't remember the point guard's name, but she was an incredible defender. She had literally like 15 steals. And then they also had the guard, Wolfson, Aaron, I think it was her first name. Any St. Gertrude fans watching can correct me, but and Ava was just a sophomore then, and it was a really fun team to watch. They had these three guards, Ava, and then the point guard who went on, I know, to play Division III somewhere, and then Wolfson, who was a D1 player. They were up at halftime like 50-10 against what at the time was a really young Titan team, but you would have had V. Updike, Alexa Linton, and Farrah Berry. I'm sure remember those days. But the Titans, with their influx of talent, with Adina Swilliman, Sutton Eldridge, and Francis Fiske, obviously have improved a ton. But the St. Gertrude teams were fun to watch for sure for Coach D'Onofrio.
This Titan team here, you kind of alluded to it. They kind of have the perfect balance of experience and young talent. Obviously, Alexa Linton, Farrah Berry, and V. Updike, they've been on this team. They've seen the program grow. And then you have the young talent, Adina, Francis, Sutton, these players coming in that will continue this legacy and have this senior leadership to look up to. If you're a coach, that's exactly what you want. You don't want no future in the program, but you also don't want a lack of leadership.
Yeah, just to add, Caroline Ashoff and Reagan Perkinson as well are 2 sophomores that play a big role. As a 3-pointer there, sends the Titan lead to 11.
Great block.
What a save by V. Updike. And Sutton's going to get called for a carrying violation. And Tucker, we didn't mention, but about, I don't know, a couple possessions ago now, I think Gertrude, they've been flirting with it, but they finally got called for a 10-second violation. They've crossed the line with the shot clock at 21 several times, and they finally didn't get it across. That is that second foul that we were hoping Adina would avoid, but she gets called for it. And Katie Brown made the layup and won. Adina is pleading her case, and I think she has one that it actually looked like Lydia Stumpf kind of pushed Adina into Katie, but the official didn't maybe see that, and that's 2 on Adina. Less than 2 to go in the first half, but something for sure to keep an eye on.
It almost seemed like one of those fouls where Adina tried to really not play any defense at all just to avoid getting a call. And again, the bump basically gave her a free layup and then the foul on top of it. So Adina only at 2 fouls, but going into the second half, it's not the end of the world. Definitely could be worse, but they're going to call Adina again.
That's huge.
That's a big call, and again, it's kind of the spin out of control. It looks a lot worse than it may have been. Adina, I don't think she actually tripped her in any way, but it a great job by Maddie D'Onofrio of selling the foul and getting Adina into foul trouble.
Yeah, and Titans got a bit lucky there as St. Gertrude had a nice inbounds play drawn up, but missed a open 8-footer. And I think you'll see Sutton Eldridge with Adina on the bench be a lot more aggressive, hunting her shot. Sutton's a very unselfish player, but Sutton and Adina both average about 15 a game. And so when one is out, the other has to take on more of that scoring load. And we saw Sutton there. It was a good look, even though that one didn't come in. And with just a minute and 1 second to go in the half, Titans with a 10-point lead. And in the bonus, senior Alexa Linton at the free.
Yeah, Sutton is definitely the volume shooter. She's gonna shoot a lot of shots, and she's gonna get a lot of points from it, even if she misses a few on the way to get there.
Alexa goes 1 for 2. And as we head into the final minute of quarter number 2, Titans lead back up to 11. They're going to get Francis. I think that's going to be her second. Tucker, anytime you go to a full court press, it's a risk reward. Press has caused some steals, 10-second violation, and it's also taken St. Gertrude out of their rhythm. I think on balance, the press has provided more reward for the Titans than it has risk. But some of these fouls have come in the transition when St. Gertrude beats the press. So something just to keep an eye on is trying to strike that perfect balance between getting easy buckets out of your press, but Francis now with 2, Adina with 3. Those are players Trinity really needs in. Good rebound by Francis Fiske, and back out to the Updike. Her 3 is just on Gators ball. I love that offensive rebound by Francis, though, because as soon as the Faraberry shot went up, Francis ran right to that weak side block where a lot of threes end up, and just that goes for the ball is something that Francis is a master of. Nice left-handed finish by Lexi Gillikin, and that's where Adina provides you that rim protection that no one else on Trinity really has. Sutton over to Alexa at the buzzer. Her layup is no good. So after a rough first quarter, Titans with a great second quarter scored 25 points in the second quarter. And at your halftime score, Trinity Episcopal 32, St. Gertrude 24. And fortunately, Tucker, I have to go pick up a child from practice. I thought I had arrangements made, but guess you're gonna take it home,
Well,
and
yeah, we'll take it home.
I'll have my Bluetooth in the car tuned into your broadcast, so I can guarantee you will have a viewer slash listener. I won't be viewing as I'm driving out to River City Sportsplex, but hopefully the Titans can hang on. Super exciting first half, and I hate to leave Estes Athletic Center. There is nowhere I'd rather be right now. But Tucker Tedderton, Senior, gonna take you home here in the second half. But stick around; should be a good second half.
Yeah, as we before we go into break, Titans up 32-24. As Hamlin said before he left, rough first quarter for the Titans, but they kind of flipped the script in the second, came back, got back into the game, and they shot the three better. The press worked even better, forcing turnovers, and going into halftime, they're in a great spot. But the Gators, they've been in this situation before, and they've turned it around so many times this year. They've been down in a deficit, and they were up. The Titans, were up in the first game. The Gators sent it to OT and really made it a crazy finish. So stick around for the second half. You're in for a great game. I believe Cooper Hobbs will be joining me in the second. He'll be hopping in for Hamlin. So don't go anywhere. In about 8 minutes, we'll be back for the second half of the first round of the VISAA State playoff game. Ladies and gentlemen, we are about to begin the third quarter of this crosstown rivalry, first round of the VISAA Division I state tournament, and we are underway. The Titans had a dominant second quarter, and we're going to see if they can build upon that. You all will have to excuse me if the scoreboard's a little bit off for a moment. I'm currently soloing it up here, got the clock going, the score, and the commentary. Great rebound by Alexa Linton. She's going to draw the foul on the shot, heading to the charity stripe to take two. First shot is good by Alexa Linton. Already been to the free throw line a couple of times tonight. Second shot is no good. 1 for 2 from the line. St. Gertrude's, their main struggle was mostly defensively in the second quarter, but offensively they have remained pretty solid. They've been attacking the Titans zone well, as they did just throw a turnover. Number 33, Lexi Gillikin, wasn't looking for the pass, just a little bit of miscommunication there out of the St. Gertrude's team. The Titans now back on offense. Pull-up jumper by Frances Fiske, no good. Tough rebound by Adina. She's been battling all night in the paint. Great entry pass by Farrah Berry from the wing into the paint to Adina. Adina going to lay that up with the left hand for a go-ahead layup. Great steal by Alexa Linton. The Titans settling into this third quarter now. Not going to be able to convert off the turnover. Ball is going to be passed straight out of bounds with a Titans turnover. The Titans coming out, they were pressing very aggressively in the second quarter. They're taking that back a bit. Now in the half court, 3-2 defense is what it looks like. Let's see if St. Gertrude's, now without the pressure of the press, let's see if they can get settled in and start finding a way to break down this 3-2. Ball's going to be moved around. Corner 3 is no good. Ball, after fighting for the rebound, the ball is going to go out of bounds, remain with St. Gertrude's. It has truly been a battle on the boards tonight. Adina constantly had 2 or even 3 St. Gertrude's players boxing her out, making sure that she doesn't get that rebound. And a tough bucket by Lexi Gillikin, getting the offensive board, putting it right back up. That's what you love to see out of your forward if you're the St. Gertrude's coach. Tough layup by Sutton Eldridge on the other side, getting the bucket right back, going with that right hand. Pure finish. Adina gonna force a turnover, plays great defense, and ultimately Maddie D'Onofrio dribbled out of bounds. Her toe hit the line. Titans now have the ball. Sutton Eldridge, top of the key. Excuse me, let me update the scoreboard. Current score is 37-26. Sorry, let me fix the clock as well. St. Gertrude's ball. I think should be up to date now. About 5 minutes left in the third quarter. Titans up 11, keeping their lead at a good deficit, or keeping St. Gertrude's in a good deficit, excuse me. Going to be a St. Gertrude's inbound play from the baseline. Great pass to the corner, and a corner three going to be absolutely money from Ava Fulkerson. She has been giving Trinity trouble all night. Trinity yet to find an answer for her. She is the sharpshooter for this St. Gertrude's team, and the Titans going to come right back down, and Frances Fiske is going to deliver. This game has been back-to-back. Frances Fiske just sank another three. The Titans getting a quick stop on defense coming down the court. Frances Fiske, tough right-handed lay. It's pure. Score is now, 42 to 29. About 4 minutes left in this third quarter. Tough layup by Maddie D'Onofrio, not going to fall. She wanted the foul, but it was not given. St. Gertrude back in possession, coming back down the court. Frances Fiske with the turnover. Great pass to Sutton. Back to Francis. Incredible ball movement by the Titans, making it 44-29, and a timeout is taken by St. Gertrude's. The Titans on a roll right now. Despite the lack of a press in the third quarter, they are maintaining the defensive pressure, getting turnovers, getting out in transition quickly. Currently 3:55 left in the third. Score is 44-29. If you're Coach Lonin, you're telling your players to keep the foot on the gas, keeping the defensive pressure. And if you're on the St. Gertrude side of things, again, a 15-point deficit with 4 minutes left in the third quarter, definitely not the end of the story here for your playoff run. You know you can give the Titans trouble down the stretch. So you just want to come out aggressive and find a way to get back into this game. St. Gertrude's ball as we come out of the break. And St. Gertrude's going to throw another turnover. Again, another miscommunication from the St. Gertrude's offense. Going to be Titans ball. V. Updike from the wing is money from the left wing. V. Updike all night has been on fire. I believe V. Updike has three or four threes. And another timeout will come. I believe it was another St. Gertrude's timeout. Titans have just been on this entire third quarter. Their shots have been falling left and right. Their seniors are stepping up in big ways. V. Updike has been, as of right now, the MVP. She has been punishing St. Gertrude's for leaving her open. St. Gertrude's all night. We talked about it earlier on in the game. St. Gertrude's is really focused on stopping Adina, and rightfully so, but they are giving up easy corner threes on the wing, easy opportunities for Trinity, and Trinity's making them pay for it. St. Gertrude's might have to adjust their defensive scheme, maybe focus less on denying the paint and really focusing on stepping out to these shooters that have the hot hand right now. Coming out of the break, St. Gertrude ball again, looking to get any type of momentum in this game, as it is currently an 18-point deficit, 47-29. Ava Fulkerson is fouled. She's going to go to the charity stripe for 2. First shot, money for Ava Fulkerson. second free throw is true. We're now 47-31 after the pair of free throws for Ava Fulkerson. Again, the Francis Fiske to Adina right wing entry pass. We've seen it a lot tonight, and it has truly been unstoppable. St. Gertrude has had no answer. Ava Fulkerson going to come back down, shoot the three. Going to be no good. Francis Fiske pushing it in transition. Sutton Eldridge from the left wing. Money going to sink another three. The Titans on fire from downtown. The deficit is now 21 for St. Gertrude's, and you're starting to get into the territory where this deficit's going to be pretty hard to overcome within the span of the 10 minutes that's left in this game. If you're St. Gertrude's, you're going to have to start turning this game around right now and settling in to make this a more competitive game. Another phenomenal pass by V. Updike into Adina. All of these guards tonight on Trinity Episcopal have been giving Adina the ball on a silver platter, and Adina not able to convert the layup because she was fouled. Going to go to the line for two. The first shot, money. Reagan Perkison is going to check in for V. Updike. V. Updike getting a little ovation as she goes to the bench for her incredible performance as of so far. The second free throw for Adina going to be no good. Score is now 53-31. Trinity battles, gets the rebound off of the St. Gertrude's miss. Francis Fiske thought she was going to shoot a three there, decided to pull it back. The Titans gonna turn the ball over. The pass from Francis, just a bit over Reagan's head. Really the first offensive mistake I think we've seen from Trinity in this third quarter. They played a pretty clean second half as of yet. Adina able to play good defense against Lexi Gillikin, get the rebound, and the Titans are back attacking on offense. Reagan's jumper, no good. And Alexa Linton, toe was on the line of the baseline. They're going to say she was out of bounds. It is now St. Gertrude's ball with about 1:14 left in the game. Or excuse me, in the third quarter, I apologize. Big foul on, I believe it was Adina, which if that is the case, that's really going to hurt the Titans. As Adina was already in a little bit of foul trouble. I believe she has 4 right now. If you're the Titans, you don't like to see that. Adina has been a big part of this third quarter run. Shot by Maddie D'Onofrio, no good. Rebound goes out of bounds, and the Titans, just the clock here, excuse me. Shot by Francis Fiske, no good. She shot that from the top of the key. About 50 seconds left in the third quarter. The Titans still with a commanding 22-point lead, but the game going to start to get interesting with Adina in foul trouble. St. Gertrude's, this is their time to put the foot on the gas and take advantage that they've worked hard to get Adina in foul trouble. They've done a good job of making Adina foul. It is now going to be, I believe, a 1-and-1. Excuse me, not quite yet. St. Gertrude nearly in the bonus. Francis Fischke with the ball, top of the key, about 10 seconds left on the shot clock. Shot by Alexa Linton, no good. Just had to get that shot off before the shot clock expired. St. Gertrude's coming down with pace, attacking the basket. Ball goes inside, tough layup. That's number 33, Lexa Gillikin, with the spin into the layup. Francis Fischke, as the time expires in the third quarter. I apologize for my clock skills. Francis Fischke, no good as she shot it at the buzzer. There is the end of the third quarter. As we go into the fourth quarter, the Titans are up 53-33 after that layup by Lexi Gillikin to cut it to a 20-point deficit for the Gators. If you're the head coach of the Gators, Robin D'Onofrio, you're telling your team that we are starting to get back into this game. We're starting to make some tough shots. And even though a 20-point deficit is never where you want to be, it's not the end of the world. We've seen the Titans have a huge run in the third quarter, really at the end of the second quarter into the third quarter. We've seen the Titans go on a near 20-point run of their own. And if you're the St. Gertrude's coach and if you're the St. Gertrude's players, knowing that that's what it's going to take for you to get back in this game, you need to come out aggressive. You need to come out in this fourth quarter looking to get turnovers, looking to create chances, and you really can't play. You can't play scared. You just have to go and make the Titans make a mistake. Obviously, the Titans do not have Adina in the game right now as she has 4 fouls. And if you're St. Gertrude, you want to take advantage of that. Going to be Titans ball at the beginning of this fourth quarter. Francis Fischke with the ball, top of the key again. About 10 seconds left on the shot clock. Caroline Ashoff with the left-handed drive. A little bit too strong, and Alexa Linton unable to get the putback lay. The jump ball, will be going in the way of St. Gertrude's. And the Titans now setting back up their 3-2 defensive set, which has netted them so many turnovers as of late. Corner 3, no good from Maddie D'Onofrio, but St. Gertrude's going to draw the foul, and Lydia Stump is going to go to the line to shoot a pair. First shot, no good. Second shot is good for Lydia Stump. But Eldridge coming down the court, looking to get those points back. St. Gertrude's coming out playing very good defense in this beginning of this fourth quarter. They know what it's going to take. They know they're going to have to get a lot of stops in order to let themselves get back in this game. Francis Fischke with a tough floater down the middle. She's going to be fouled. Great job by Francis Fischke to draw that foul. And not only do you get to have 2 shots, but you're putting St. Gertrude in a lot of foul trouble. Another foul for the Gators. First shot, no good. Francis Fischke. Second shot, no good. you want to really take advantage of those when you have them. So you always hate to see 2 missed shots at the line. And St. Gertrude's comes down the court, hits a 3. Katie Brown in these matchups earlier in this year has been the X factor for St. Gertrude's. She, the great defender, great on-ball defender. She really puts a lot of pressure on the primary ball handler when they're in man, but when they're in zone, she's a great rebounder, and she's kind of that person on offense that you can look to do the little things. She hits a big 3 there, making the score now 37-50 with about 6:30 left in the game. Coach Lawnon taking the timeout. He sees this deficit kind of starting to close in. Score is 50-37. 16-point game. They brought it within 20 now. Gators slowly fighting back into this game, and Coach Lawnon just wanted to get the timeout early. A great timeout. Just get the players' headspace right. Make sure they know the situation and catch them early before St. Gertrude's really gets the chance to go on a run. Here we go. Titan ball. Up 16. They need to find a way to start scoring again against this tough St. Gertrude's defense. Tough down the middle floater from Ferriberry, going to be no good. And St. Gertrude's, the ball just slips through 2 of their players' hands and goes out of bounds to remain in Titan possession. Ball comes in, top of the key, Ferriberry. 20 seconds left on the shot clock. Pass, Ferriberry on the left wing. Off mid-range from around the right elbow. Ferriberry pull-up jumper. Funny. Put the Titans at 55, but St. Gertrude's comes back down the court. Lexi Gillikin, she's been in the paint all night, netting her team points. And a foul is committed by Maddie D'Onofrio. Entry pass sent to Adina, going to be tipped by St. Gertrude's, out of bounds. Ball remains with the Titans. Ball inbounded to Sutton Eldridge. Finds Francis Fiske on the right wing. Shot for Ferriberry on the left wing, no good, but a tough offensive rebound by Adina. That's not going to fall either. And Maddie D'Onofrio has the rebound, running down the court, attacking. But a great defensive play out of the Titans to win the ball back. And the Titans are going to start to slow it down. A chaotic minute or so, and the Titans want to slow down the pace of this game. Still a 16-point ball game. I need to fix the clock again. I apologize for the viewers at home. And a foul, what it seems. Excuse me, I was fixing the clock and not see. Yes, it appears there was a shooting. It appears there was a foul on the floor. I believe it was on Francis Fiske. St. Gertrude's now with the ball. Great ball movement from St. Gertrude's. Ava Fulkerson's right wing three, no good. And Adina going to come down the court with the ball back in the game. Titans still in command of this game, and they are doing a great job of not falling into the pressure of picking up the pace of the game. They're slowing it down, playing slow, and Farrah Berry from the left wing going to be no good, but they're going to call a foul. Number 10 on St. Gertrude's. Lydia Stumpf tripped Adina is the call. A loose ball foul. That's a big call. Going to allow the Titans to get the ball back. A lot of wasted time for St. Gertrude. And a foul on Ava Fulkerson. I believe that's only her second or third. I don't think a lot of foul trouble. Sutton Eldridge did a great job of handling the pressure. When this clock gets closer and closer to 0, let me fix it. When this clock gets closer and closer to 0, things are going to start to get chippy. A lot more fouls are going to go down. Farrah Berry with the ball, left-handed drive. Another foul on the floor on St. Gertrude's. Going to remain Titans ball. And Adina will be shooting free throws now that St. Gertrude's in the bonus with 5 team fouls. Tensions starting to flare. Some St. Gertrude's fans in the crowd do not like the call. There have been 2 calls now on St. Gertrude on loose balls that could have went either way. They went the way of the Titans, especially in a game where you're down and time is of the essence. Every lost possession or every foul you commit it hurts more. That's another missed chance for St. Gertrude's to get a possession and have extra time to get back in this game. Titans firmly and still a 16 deficit for the Gators to overcome. About 3 minutes and 35 seconds on the clock. The only thing keeping these Titans from advancing to the next round and going to play the number 1 Gertrude. Adina now to shoot 2 from the line. First shot is good. Second shot will fall. Adina going to push that lead to 18, 57 to 39. And Gertrude's comes down. Tough layup from Katie Brown. She drives, hits the floater, running from the corner. That's a great bucket to get St. Gertrude's back on the right track. Going to cut the lead down to 16. But the Titans, great pass by Farrah Berry, but a block. I believe the block was by Lydia Stumpf. That's huge. And now a layup by Maddie D'Onofrio, no good. And Frances Fiske getting out in transition, getting the rebound, and immediately going down to find Farrah Berry. And Farrah Berry is fouled. About 2:40 on the clock. Farrah Berry going to shoot a pair. Titans have done a great job of keeping their foot on the gas. It's very easy when you're up by this much to try to play a little bit less aggressive, thinking that it can lead to mistakes. But ultimately, when you switch up your play style so drastically at the end of the game, it can create problems. So props to this team. They've stayed aggressive. All St. Gertrude foul them, put them at the line, and Farrah Berry going to make both shots, going to push it to 59. 2:40 left in the third, or excuse me, 2:40 left in the fourth quarter. Pass inside to Lexi Gillikin. She's going to be fouled, but that foul was on the floor. St. Gertrude's now to inbound the ball from the baseline. Pull-up jumper from Ava Fulkerson, no good. Foul is called, going to be on St. Gertrude's, and Trinity will go to the line to shoot two. I believe it's Alexa Linton shooting yes, Alexa Linton will be 2 free throws. Alexa Linton has been here all night. She's been in the mix, getting fouled, grabbing rebounds. First shot is no good. Second shot for Alexa Linton, no good as well. St. Gertrude's coming down. They only have about 2 minutes and 10 seconds left in this game. Ava Fulkerson hits a great corner three. That's a tough shot with Adina's hand in her face, but they're going to come on down and foul. Excuse me, no. Francis Frischke, I believe, turned the ball over. Ava Fulkerson going to come back down, shoot a three ball. It is no good. Now exactly 2 minutes left in the game. Sutton Eldridge with the ball. And at this point, the Titans, they can just run the clock out. They have secured this game in a commanding second half. Obviously, in the first quarter, they were down 11, and ever since the first quarter, it has been completely different. The Titans have dominated the game in every aspect, and Sutton Eldridge is going to sink her first free throw. She was fouled by Lydia Stumpf, and Lydia Stumpf will exit the game. Obviously, whenever Sutton Eldridge made her second free throw, but obviously St. Gertrude's, what a season they've had, 15 and 12, up and down, but no matter who you're a fan of, you can empathize with these seniors playing their last game of high school basketball. At the end of the day, no matter who you are, it's you never want to say it's your last game of a sport, and for these St. Gertrude's girls, it's definitely going to be emotional as you're playing the game you love in high school for one last time. And Ava Fulkerson will be going to the bench, as well as Katie Brown. What a career these two ladies have had at St. Gertrude's. Incredible players, and we wish them the best as they go on to college. Anne-Marie Frank will come off as well, another senior for this program. Great rebound by Alexa Mitchell, the senior, coming in, making a contribution right away. Sutton Eldridge hits another three. Just the icing on the cake, really, increasing the Titans' deficit back to 20. And your Titans, now you can just think about holding this ball after get one more stop. St. Gertrude's going to get a layup. Lexi Gillikin going to put two more on the score sheet. And now if you're the Titans, only about 2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. but a commanding win. And Alexa Mitchell going to pull up from 3. It's going to be no good. But this clock will slowly run. 10 seconds left. And what a game. Both sides playing with passion. And ultimately, the Titans able to get it done at home. It's never easy to beat a team twice, dare I say 3 times, and yet the Titans came in tonight and did it in a dominating performance. 20-point deficit, 64-46 at the end of the game, and it has been an absolute joy watching. If you're watching at home, I hope you enjoyed. Now the Titans going to play Bishop Ireton away. They're going to go up to Nova and obviously going to play a number 1 seeded team in the state. You know it's going to be a challenge, but with the way they played tonight, with the way they stuck to who they are, how they've played all year, there is definitely a chance they go down and pull off the upset. So we will keep you posted. Their game is tomorrow. If they end up in the Final Four or the final, ESPN might have to go on a little road trip and bring that game to you live. But thank you for stopping into the stream tonight, watching the game. Titans able to get it done in the first round. They're going to advance, playing tomorrow night. We will see you all later. Hope you enjoyed your evening.